welcome back to JOJ. It is the final Sunday in February. I hope you've joined us the last several weeks, but I'll do a little reminder. We are working through this devotional. It is Walking with God by David Jeremiah. It's been a lot of fun and kind of made our job a little bit easy being here. Kind of gives us a direction to take rather than the ones we usually do.
Rather than one word and then the direction is we don't know where it's going.
We don't know where it's at.
So this has been a good structure for us.
So I hope that if you haven't got a copy, you can still get one. We still have lots of days of the year to go through.
Oh yeah.
The title this day, I haven't said this week, but today of this week, is Seeing the Unseen. And the Bible verse is 2 Corinthians 4:18. We do not look at the things which are seen, but at the things which are not seen. For the things which are seen are temporary, but the things which are not seen are eternal. The co-founder of Apple, the late Steve Jobs, it's Jobs, right? Mm-hmm. Yeah. Was actually fired from his position as CEO of the company before he came back to lead its renaissance. In a commencement address at Stanford University in 2005, I wanted to say Jobs because,
Book of Job.
I know, yes. Jobs said, "I didn't see it then, but it turned out that getting fired from Apple was the best thing that could have happened to me." Many people, Christians and non-Christians alike, testify failure has been a backdoor to success. But even when failure doesn't lead to outward success, Christians can trust that God is working in the midst of their failure. When anyone experiences failure or any kind of affliction, he or she tends to focus on what is seen and what is happening at that moment. But for Christians, experience failure, God is at work in the unseen, shaping our character into the image of Jesus Christ, which is Romans 8:28-29. Only Christians can be confident that God is going to use their failure for a deep purpose in their lives. If you regret a failure in your life, thank God for the unseen work He is doing in you today. The Christian message is for those who have done their best and failed. Just a little quote for the day.
So on that verse, 2 Corinthians 4:18, going back and reading through that, I actually wanted to add verses 16 and 17 to that as well. So starting there at verse 16, "Therefore we do not lose heart. Though outwardly we are wasting away, yet inwardly we are being renewed day by day." Verse 17, "For our light and momentary troubles are achieving for us an eternal glory that far outweighs them all." And then verse 18 again. "So we fix our eyes not on what is seen, but what is unseen, since what is seen is temporary and what is unseen is eternal." That's definitely very comforting to know that, having that focus on what is unseen, that is what's going to last forever.
Yeah. Which I think is, in the midst of any kind of failure, is hard to do, because again, you feel like a failure or like, I don't know. I think maybe personally, like if I fail at something, I'm like, well, I don't deserve good things because I failed at this, or you kind of get in that yucky mindset.
Yeah. If you see places where you made a mistake, or some place where you didn't hit the mark, or you know that you absolutely just reacted wrong in a situation or whatever it is, where you know that you failed, you missed that opportunity. It is easy to get down on yourself, in that, and that's really focusing in on that verse and something that it means, to me, the way that looks like in our life, and in life, and we've went through this with all of JOJ, especially telling our story from the start of how we'd have times when times were good, and we'd have times when we'd have lows, and whether that was financially or whether that was personal, whether that was losing someone, we'd have that's life. That's life. We have high moments, we have job promotions, we have success, we have gains, we have losses, and those are that's the ebb and flow. That is life on this earth. That's the way it is. And if you look at it, if you get up close and you're really focused on what's right here and right now, you're focused in on those failures, or you're focused in on those successes. Those peaks are going to be, you're going to be right in the midst of it, and that peak is way up there. And then when you get one of those times of failure, boy, it is low, and it is so far down, and you're so far down in that hole and can't see the way out. If you back up and take a big picture look at it, those just become little bitty speed bumps, little bitty rises, and little bitty dips. If you look at it from an eternal perspective, and that to me is, I like that because it's a visualization that I can relate to.
Yeah.
You know, when you look out across through there, it's like, I mean, I've been in a bass boat on Lake Erie in waves I should not have ever been in, really, really big stuff. And when you're down in one of them things, and there's water all around.
I try not to think about it.
In every direction, it seems like it's probably not going to end well. But you get up on top of that wave, and over there's land again. You know, so you can kind of see your destination. So, but then when the waves calm down and those waves are pretty small, you know, hey, it's easy to see exactly where you're going, and that to me is life. It's you gotta keep your boat big enough, keep your boat high enough up on one of those waves to where you can see that, hey, we're going to go through some low places, we're going to go through some tough times, but eternally we're going to be okay.
You don't still like getting those waves on Erie, do you?
I got a bigger boat. No, we typically don't go on those days.
Okay, that's good. Good to know. Just reference.
Yeah. Okay. Just wanting a little clarity there.
Yeah, just needed some clarity of how often we are
below water.
Yeah.
I got more bilge pumps in my boat too now than what I used to.
That doesn't make anything better.
Yeah.
So yeah, I agree. I don't really know that I have anything else to add to that. That's a pretty good. I mean, I know we've talked about that of, you know, looking, you know, it's not so much of a mountain and a valley. It is hills and bumps when you look long term. Yeah. So, yeah, I don't know that I have a lot to.
It references in here Romans 8:28 and 29, and so I pulled that up. I wanted to read that as well, just in case somebody doesn't have the book in front of them. But where it's talking about God being at work in the unseen, shaping our character into the image of Jesus Christ. It says, and verse 28 says, and we know that in all things God works for the good of those who love Him, who have been called according to His purpose. For those God foreknew, He also predestined to be conformed to the image of His Son, that He might be the firstborn among many brothers and sisters. And I know we've mentioned that in one of the earlier ones, of Jesus being the firstborn among many brothers and sisters. That's who we are. We're the brothers and sisters to Jesus, because we know Him, and He's called us, and you know, we know that He loves us because of what He's done for us. So, but that's certainly a couple great verses there from Romans. I just wanted to get in there as well. So.
Okay. So I'll close it up with 2 Corinthians 4:18. We do not look at the things which are seen, but at the things which are not seen. For the things which are seen are temporary, but the things which are not seen are eternal. So we hope that you will join us next week. It'll be March.
It will be March.
March is a good month.
It is a very good month. I really like the month of March.
It is. Spring's coming.
Spring's coming. Jennie's birthday, but
just say it. I'm getting older, and so yeah.
But
it's still my birthday.
Yeah.
It's still my birthday.
Yep. First day of spring.
Yep.
So, yeah, no, it's a great thing. And again, just one more time hitting on that. If you've not picked one of these up, we're only 2 months in. If you wanted to grab one and go back and catch up, or if you just want to jump in right where we are, don't delay. Go ahead and do that now and join along with us. Walking with God by David Jeremiah is the devotional we've been working through. So, thanks for watching, and we will see you all in March.